My life was harder than some other people. The bullying went back as far as like third or second grade, and even after I changed schools, it continued me. I couldn't figure out why, and I realized it was the best term to say it was because I was nerdier and all that kind of stuff then. I was different. I wasn't I didn't play sports. I refused to play sports. I was vegetarian. There's just all these things that people picked me apart for. But it really peaked when it came to middle school. I got into 6th grade, and you're putting chimps with gorillas. The best way to describe it is a living hell, is the best way to put it. People treated me like I was a virus. And there came a point where I'm like, if everybody hates me, then why should I even be here? I was so beat down by the world that I wanted to actually remove myself from this plane of existence. I didn't think the world needed me. So I started thinking about killing myself, like seriously killing myself, though I already had a very deep fear of death that kind of pulled me out of these spells. And it went on and went on, and people were just like, I was the verbal punching bag. It wasn't physical bullying that got to me, it was social and mental bullying. People were messing with my head and excluding me from everything to the point where it's like, nobody wants me. During middle school, I was in band, and I knew I was on the drum line with Earl's daughter, and my parents were band parents, so eventually somebody told him that Earl was a youth pastor, so they came and checked out Cypress Point. They liked it, so end of the school year, 8th grade, I get dropped into the dwelling place, and within the first 15 seconds, this guy named Tanner comes up to me and says, "Hey, how's it going? What's your name?" and all this kind of stuff. And I was the kid sitting in the corner away from everybody else. Eric Barber was preaching that week, and his preaching caught my interest. So I'm like, you know what? I want to come next week and see how Earl speaks. So I come next week, and it concreted the fact that I wanted to be in church. So right after service, I asked Earl, "Hey, can I be on the media team?" So I immediately, within my second day, and I wasn't even saved at this point, they had done one of the messages where people come up for a mission trip and stuff like that and talk about it, and I'm like, I want to do this. So I'm like to my mom, sign me up. Then when it rolls around for ATF or Acquire the Fire, I'm like, sign me up for this too, this is cool. And the entire dwelling place and the other people at Cypress Point just dragged me in, well, not dragged, but invited me into their family. It took me quite a few years to make just one friend, yet I felt like I'd known these guys for ages within 3 months. And that first ATF, Jesus entered my heart. Nobody hates you here. Everybody loves you for who you are. I realized that eventually that God was kind of setting up a second home for me. No matter what you're struggling with, this church is always going to be here for you. Every single person in this place, the leaders, the youth, fellow adults, fellow disciples, will always be there to pray about your problems, or even just help you talk it out. This is where we meet, this is where we gather, this is where we help each other. I'm grateful for everything that's come to me through this church.